Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Chrisbeth Cowie, and I'm the founder of Empowered 4x and the host of BIZGRAMS. I'm super excited because every day at 11:30, I get the privilege of bringing to you awesome, exciting guests who are on the entrepreneurial journey doing great things to bring value to the marketplace. And today we have none other than Jamaal from EmProGraffix, or AKA EPG, which is a full service source for graphic designs, all types, printing, creative marketing, and innovative solutions. Jamaal, thank you so much for being here with us this morning.
Yeah, no problem. Good morning, and thank you for having me. I've been seeing the BIZGRAMS all over Facebook and stuff. So big up yourselves on helping local businesses and things like that as well.
Hey, that's why we exist, right? To bring a highlight and showcase the work that you're doing. And not only that, just, the services and supports that we can offer in addition. We're definitely on mission to continuing to increase the value that we're bringing to the marketplace. So thank you so much for that as well. So Jamaal, tell us a little bit about your company and why did you start it?
All right, so in a nutshell, EmProGraffix is a graphic design, print, promotion, and marketing company. So we do a lot of things. We do a lot of graphic design, printing. We provide a lot of marketing for a lot of businesses, individuals, professionals, small business, big business, all type of businesses. So my entrepreneurial journey. So I started out in the business as a DJ some time ago, right? Started out as a DJ, then got into event promotion and promotion like that. Now, while I was a DJ and while I was a promoter, we always needed marketing items, flyers, cassette tapes back in those days, CD covers and things like that to promote the parties, promote the sound crew and things like that. Now, from I was a kid, I was always on the computer, into computers and things like that. So I was always tinkering around with different programs. So I got into just learning to design the mixtape covers and my own flyers just on my own, because I didn't want to really pay anybody else to do it. And I figured I'm on the computer, I have these programs, so let's just figure out how to do it. So for the first couple of years, I was more so just doing graphic designs and stuff like that for my own purpose and just for close friends and family. But because I had a lot of associates as a DJ and promoter, people started to kind of ask me to do stuff for them. So that's when it started to turn around. And at a certain point, I started to focus more on the back end of the parties and the events, as opposed to being on the front end of the DJ and out there handing out the flyers, because I found more of a joy in helping create and bring things to fruition and then seeing the results of it. So I kind of started focusing more on the graphic design, promotion, marketing aspect of what I do. And because I started out as a DJ and promoter, it kind of helps with my client base and my marketing, because I'm able to offer solutions that kind of maybe outside of the box, or that you may not have thought of, in your normal thought process of your business. So that's kind of how I got to where I am and how some of that affects what I do now.
Hey, that is such a powerful story. And I love the genesis and then how can we say that, the evolution of it all, right?
Evolution, exactly.
Yes. Your passion for DJing and promoting and really kind of stumbling into this space. And it's so true that many entrepreneurs oftentimes find themselves evolving into what they are, and they continue to add value to the marketplace. So congratulations to the work that you're doing. I know with over 15 years of experience in this field, your customers are definitely gaining and garnering the value of what you're doing. So congratulations on your journey thus far. I wanted to ask you, in terms of who is your ideal client? So folks may be looking at us now or later on. Who are you looking forward to in terms of working and helping them get their word and promotions out there?
Well, I have a wide client base, so I don't want to single anybody out in terms of who I don't want to deal with. But I find I get the most satisfaction and the most results from from a business or a person that is either looking to rebrand or starting their business or is at a point in either promotion, marketing, and they don't know what to do, right? So usually, we'll set up a meeting, we'll have a discussion about where they are in their business, kind of some of the items that they need, whether it's physical, whether it's online, whether it's back end, items to help organize and things like that. And then we kind of sit down and figure out a plan. So I love people that need multiple items, businesses that need ongoing work, because you get to build a relationship. And once you understand someone's brand, you kind of get a joy to see the results of it. So small businesses, anybody looking to start their business, further their business, those are our favorite type of clients.
Hey, that's awesome. And what I got from that and took away and resonated deeply with me, it's not just the one-off touch, right? You're looking at being with that business to help develop and truly understand the brand so that you can help them continue to grow and flourish year after year. So that is really exciting as well. I wanted to just ask, in terms of graphic design, can you tell us a little bit more what it is and why is it something we should all be aware of as we're getting into this digital age?
So graphic design can be simple or it can be complicated. Now, in terms of graphic design, like what it is or what I do, if somebody needs some sort of visual for print, for online, and when I mean visual, it could be a flyer, it could be a social media post, it could be a graphic for a business card, brochures, website banners, we do web design. So anything that you need transformed from either an idea, a sketch, or a rough draft into something formal, something that you could post, something looking great,
yeah,
then I'm the guy to call.
Hey, that's awesome. And why I for those of you that are looking, we are moving into a digital age. We had a client last week, talking about, if you're not online, you need to be online. And so connecting with, Jamaal and his team would definitely help to create and build your brand presence. And he even mentioned on your website, things that is needed to give you that visibility as you're moving forward. So that is really powerful. In terms of your entrepreneurial journey, tell us a little bit more about it. What have been some of the challenges that you've experienced along the way, and what have you learned or currently learning as you're going forward?
All right, so I would say one of the first challenges, I guess, would be just learning the craft on my own, because I was doing it for myself and because I'm good with the computers, I didn't start with any type of formal graphic design training. I literally got the programs, and in those times there was no YouTube University, nothing like that. So it was going on the computer, figuring it out, and looking at the results. So one thing I'll say, and I'll admit, a lot of the processes I may do to get to that final result, there may be like quicker ways to do it because I didn't go through that formal way. But when you see that final result, you'd never know, right? So that's just a little tidbit there, right? But other than that, I would say one of the first kind of hurdles I had to get over was when other people I knew, other promoters and DJs, started to ask me to do stuff for them, because I know my stuff's good enough for me. But it came to a point where I was like, oh my God, these guys want me to do stuff for them, and it's gonna go out to like 5,000 people, 10,000 people, and things like that. So I kind of got over that hurdle mentally, because it's literally just mental, right? So if they're seeing it and they're liking it, then why am I thinking that what I'm going to produce is not good enough, right? So kind of got over that hurdle. And then I got to a point where a lot of people started asking me. So just like I started to mention, I knew some of my processes weren't the best processes. So I ended up taking a couple of night school courses in graphic design. Did part one of the course. After a couple of weeks, kind of realized that everything that they were telling me, I already knew, right? So I talked to the professor and asked her if I could actually just skip over to the second part. She's like, well, you didn't do this one. Hello? You there?
You're good.
Oh, sorry. She's like, you didn't do this one, so you could take the second class, but we can't give you the credit for it. So if you're gonna do it, it's just for information. And that was fine for me. I was already making money doing what I was doing. Half of the work that they were asking me to submit was work I already, did already. So I was like, all I want is the information. So that's what I want. So did that, kind of learned a couple of new things. And yeah, so kind of moved forward from there, and just kind of started to fine tune my business from there, built my website, started to build up email lists and social media and things like that, and just kind of took off from there and just kept going.
Hey, and power to you for that. I love that story, because oftentimes
I can't hear you.
Hey, can you hear me now?
No, let me make sure it's not mine. Hold on. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, hold on 1 second.
Some technical difficulties.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me now?
Okay, I can hear you now. Yeah, I can hear you.
Awesome. What I love from your story was really listening to the fact that, you were doing it for yourself, getting the word out, promoting and stuff like that. And people were seeing and now saying, can you do it for me? And one of my mentors once told me, say yes and figure out how, right? So what I took from your story was like, you said yes. And it's like, now you have to go do that customer discovery, engaging, so that what you're building, it's not for yourself, it's for them and the value that they're bringing to the marketplace. And that is what entrepreneurship is all about. Furthermore, you talked about investing in yourself. And yes, at one point, YouTube, Udemy, LinkedIn Learning was not in existence, where you could just tap in and get those points. But it was amazing. You trial by error. You figured it out yourself. And then when the time came, you went and looked for additional resources and tools and education certifications to help you get to that next level. I too can resonate, investing, realizing, hey, but I know all of this stuff already. Can I fast forward and build my own track? And that's interesting, because that's oftentimes the journey of entrepreneurs, right? We're studying, we're doing the thing, we're already making money, and really now thinking about how do we step up our game and make those efficiencies much better. And thank you so much for sharing that.
On that note, right, just to add, in terms of like investing in yourself and making that step with efficiency, another note, right? So again, I'm doing my graphic design, and even at this point, a couple years ago, like maybe a good number of years ago, I'm doing stuff for clients, and I'm using these programs now. I'm using the programs that I have on my computer, but I got to a point where I said, you know what? Let me do a little bit more research and see about upgrading these programs, because back in those days, you got to buy the programs, but I was like, the one I'm using is fine and it's working for me fine, so I'm just going to stick to it. But I got to a point, I said, you know what I mean? Let me figure out these new program. Went on, downloaded the new program, ended up paying for it. That was what I was avoiding before. There's monthly charges for these things. But I said, you know what? I'm at that step. I'm making the money. So let's spend the money if I have it to make it, right? Got these new programs. Chris, Beth, as soon as I downloaded this program, within the day, I was so upset that I didn't do this for myself like 2 years ago, because the efficiency and upgrades in these programs that come year after year, there's reasons why they have upgrades and things like that. So like just the difference in efficiency and work that I was doing by upgrading the program and incurring those costs, I was able to see the difference in the productivity as well.
Hey, thank you so much for sharing that, because oftentimes that is the reality of many entrepreneurs, right? We get in, we know how to do the thing, and we become that oak tree. We can't move, right? But the good thing is we need to remain agile, at the forefront of innovation. And I know you talk about innovation solutions for your clients as well. And so, COVID has, if nothing else, for entrepreneurs, woken us up to the fact that we cannot be doing business as usual. We have to think beyond the past scope, not even the current scope, the past scope, to think about how can we continue to add value. And yes, you give a great example. The softwares that we're using oftentimes are doing things, listening to the market, tapping into our customers to make those changes. So that's a very powerful story that you shared, and thank you so much for that. So tell us, what has been a win that has, you want to share with us here today?
All right. So one thing I'll share is the past year, this whole COVID, right? You have a lot of people that have started the business. You have a lot of people that have ended their business, right? In my business, I see on both ends, people that are struggling, people that are figuring out what to do, people that are trying to start. And a lot of people ask me, oh, how's your business during COVID? Like, are you struggling, this and all that? And like, I'm not ashamed to tell them, no, I haven't really seen any decrease because, and the reason why is because it's all about leveraging your business, right? So I would say before COVID, a lot of my client base was in the entertainment business in terms of DJs, promoters, club owners, banquet hall owners. All those type of clients were heavy on my list, right? So March 15th, boom, right? All those calls stopped because if there's no clubs, if there's no events, if there's no event that I need to bring thousands of people to or hundreds of people to, then why do I need hundreds of flyers, right? So I said to myself, all right, I'm not gonna sit there and let that stop me, right? Part of my business and what I tell people to do is to find ways to leverage business and find new clients. So what I did is I just took a couple weeks, went through my phone list, and just started turning all my promotion towards my business clients, right? People that have businesses, real estate clients, people that are building their brands, people that are doing products, as well as all my DJs. Instead of offering them flyers and physical things, everybody now needs web banners, everybody needs Twitch overlays, everybody needs banners like everything you see back here for the visuals. Chris Beth, I think you need one too. Yeah. We'll talk after the show. But it's just tapping into new markets, into new client base, so that you can continue doing what you do. Because if you don't promote yourself and promote your business, nobody else is going to.
Hey, I love it. I love it. Exactly what you talked about earlier, being able to be willing to invest in new ideas, open yourself up to new potential, leveraging what you already have and thinking about how to be innovative. And to your point, because of COVID, everybody needed to be online. And so you're like going through a list. Hey, is this person have a website? Do they need this? Do they need that? And I'm just helping everybody, right? Get online. So that is really, really powerful. And for those of you who are listening, really think about what you've heard here this morning around leveraging your networks, leveraging the expertise that you already have, and thinking about how could it be used in different situations and scenarios. So that's really powerful. Along your way, Jamaal, I'm curious, have you had any, great mentors, resources, books that you've engaged with that has helped you move forward on your journey?
In terms of mentors, there's been so much people along the way that kind of helped me along the journey, kind of, made me meet new people, and everybody I meet, like, I try to learn something from, and I don't think anybody that has ever met me can say that we've left on a bad experience or burned a bridge, right? So I always leave it open where you can always ask me for anything. Everybody knows whether it's music, whether it's technical stuff, internet, computers, graphics, marketing. You can call me and ask me, and I'll help them, right? What was the question you asked me? Oh,
mentors, books, resources.
Oh, mentors, books. So what I was trying to get at was a lot of my clients and the people I deal with, those are all my mentors. Everybody that I've been across, my family, my friends, my clients, those are all my mentors. In terms of books, honestly, one of the the best books I've read and always stick with me is the 48 Laws of Power.
Okay.
Because I don't, if you know about, I know you've heard of the book, right?
No, I have not.
Oh, you haven't? Oh, it's a good book. It just talks about, you know, just mentally how to deal with certain situations and things like that. So that's just one of the books that I've read and have helped me along my journey in terms of how to deal with people and conflicts and things like that.
Hey, thank you so much for sharing. We'll definitely add it to the book list and share it with our network as well. I'm curious in terms of, you know, someone who is on the entrepreneurial journey or considering starting their entrepreneurial journey, what is a tip or advice you have to share with them?
I would say if you're on your entrepreneurial journey or starting your entrepreneurial journey, the first thing you want to do is sit down and get organized. So whether it's writing things down or, you know, talking to someone and thinking about getting some opinions on like, you know, on what to do. I'm not saying take other people's opinion and run with it, but get feedback on your ideas and things like that, because it opens you up to ideas that you may not have thought of. And then just move forward with caution and care. And it's your business, like I said. So if you don't promote, market, and care for your business, you can't expect anybody else to. So take your time, talk to the right people, find somebody that is able to help you, like me, in various aspects, and let's get to work.
Hey, that's awesome. My final question to you, the entrepreneurial journey, as we know, has highs and lows. All of the life stuff shows up along the way. I'm curious, what is something that you do phonetically to express self-love? And I'll explain what phonetical is. It's my word. It's fun and epic combined, great or small adventures experienced and enjoyed. Okay, so what is something phonetical you do to express self-love, to refresh, renew yourself along this way?
So one of the things that I find that give me like the most joy and kind of calm me down and also help me work and with a clear mind is music. Music, like as long as I can just be listening to my music and I'm just in my zone working. It also keeps me calm. It puts me in a good mood. Even before I'm working, after I'm working, music is my thing.
Hey, that's awesome. Do you have a favorite track or beat that you want to recommend or shout
out? Nothing specific.
Okay.
I like reggae, so.
I love it. It has been a privilege having you on the show, Jamaal. Tell us, how can people find you, find out about EmProGraffix, and learn a little bit more about how your business can support them along their journey?
All right, so as Chris Beth mentioned earlier, we deal with graphic design, printing, creative marketing, innovative solutions. So whether you need items for web, online, print, or just for your personal needs, we could help you out in all fashions and all forms. We have a secure website where you could view products, you can learn more about myself, you can book an appointment, you could also purchase products online. The website you can see right there is www.epgfx.com, or you could check us out on all social media platforms at EmProGraffix. So that's EmProGraffix, or ask one of 5 people about EPG and they'll direct you my way.
I love it. And we'll be sure to put all of that detail in the description. So you can definitely reach out to Jamaal and his team to help you, you know, bring your brand and your presence, your essence to life in a digital way, or physical as well, when we get back to that time and space, right? Jamaal, from our team here at EmPoweredFX or E4X, we want to just send you lots of love and positivity and blessings today as you go forward and continue to make a positive difference in the lives of clients over at EmProGraffix as well.
Okay, again, and thank you for taking the time to speak to me, and thank you for, on behalf of all the businesses that you're helping, thank you, greatly appreciated, and keep forward, keep doing what you're doing, and I look forward to watching the rest of the videos.
Hey, thank you so much. Take care. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.